Hi there, Freeland. Miss Wolf here. So today, you can see I'm in my kids' playroom. Hopefully we don't get any interruptions. But like I said last week, you never know. I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old at home, so at any given point, they may end up popping in. Anyway, lots to discuss today. So I just thought we would start with talking about lockers and getting some materials out of your lockers. I know many of you are interested in getting some things out of your lockers, and so we have come up with a plan to hopefully do that in a safe way. So last week we did it at the high school and it worked pretty well. So we're going to go ahead and replicate that process this week. So this week on Thursday and Friday, you will have the opportunity to get materials out of your lockers if you need to. What that means is if you just have like some gym shorts you want to pick up or something, we ask that you leave those in your locker. So we don't want you coming to pick up materials unless it's absolutely necessary. And necessary materials would be materials that you need to be able to finish out this year. So if you left like prescription medication at school that you need, if you left, maybe you have a pair of glasses that you need to pick up, if you left all of your textbooks and you have your 8th grade U.S. history book and Mr. Schwedler assigned you something out of the history textbook that you need to access, those are the sorts of things that we know we might need to get to you. So we're going to give you that time on Thursday and Friday. So along with this email, I'm going to be including lots of details for you and your family so that you know how this process is going to work. The most important thing is you are not going to get out of your vehicle when you pick up materials. So when you come in, you're going to enter through the middle school entrance and pull up to the front doors. At that point, a staff member will come up to you and will give you a sheet of paper that you will fill out indicating what materials you need and what your locker number is. Then you will pull all the way to the back and loop around towards those soccer fields to give as much space as possible in case it's busy. And somebody will come out the back of the building with a garbage bag full of all of your things. And so we do ask that if it's really busy, just try and make this as quick as possible and get to the back of the parking lot as quickly as possible. And we're hoping for no rain on Thursday and Friday. So that's how this process will work. We will have designated times for families based on our students' last names. Certainly, if you can't come during those times, we are going to let you come at another time on Thursday and Friday. But to keep as few people there as possible at one time, we're chunking out the day based on alphabet. I think that's all with lockers. So there will be a lot more detailed information in the email that I send out along with this link. So please make sure you read that in its entirety so that you know what to expect on Thursday and Friday when it comes to getting necessary materials out of your lockers. If you have unnecessary materials that you leave in your lockers, it's all secure. The whole building has been cleaned as well. And so just know that everything is cleaned, ready to go so that when the stay-home orders do lift, we can come up with a plan to get those unnecessary materials back to you in a safe way. Okay, so moving on. Last week, Mr. Carey sent out some information in regards to end of the semester grades. And just so that you know, what we are going to do is a pass-fail model for the secondary level. And so all of our middle school and high school students are going to have a pass or a fail for your classes. So if you are failing a class right now, you have been assigned to our student support team, and somebody will be reaching out to you to give you materials to help you get into a passing zone for those classes. So please make sure you are checking your email regularly to help you if you are failing any class. We are using third marking period as our measure right now. So if you're failing a third marking period class, then you've been assigned a staff member who will work with you to get you into the passing zone for that class. Additionally, if you're passing classes third marking period, just know that those classes will translate then to a passing grade at the end of the marking period. So you'll see it's just going to be a little bit of a different report card this year. We are doing the pass-fail model instead of letter grades. So just make sure you're looking at your third marking period grade because that's going to be what we use to gauge your full semester grade. Additionally, I'm still having a few questions about, are things required? Are they not? So I just want to talk about that one more time. And here's what I'm going to say. Right now, we are starting new content. So your teachers are delivering to you new content that will prepare you for next year. So the assignments are required. They're required because they're going to prepare you for next year. However, the assignments are not graded. And so they are required, but they are not graded. So what your teachers are doing instead is they are tracking your participation. So each teacher is tracking a log. And as we have students who are not participating and accessing those activities, we are going to assign you to a student support leader. And that student support teacher is going to end up contacting you, asking you why you're not connecting to our Freeland engagement activities. So to be a little bit more clear with an answer, I'm going to tell you that yes, they're required because they are prepping you for next year. They are not graded, but your teachers are tracking your participation to make sure we're getting as many students to access this learning as possible. If you have continued questions still, feel free to reach out to me, but I think it's important that you hear that I am expecting you to do these materials. If you are having a hard time accessing them because you don't have internet or something like that, then you need to find a way to reach me either through email or if we see you're not connecting, we'll find you and we'll reach out to you to figure out what you need. So if you end up needing paper, pencil copies of things, we have a whole plan in place for that, and we can get you paper, pencil materials. And so just keep us updated with what you do need, and we can help you out. I think that should hopefully clear up any questions that you have in regards to this, but if not, certainly let me know. Additionally, this week's a short week. We were supposed to have walleye, and so obviously that's not happening. But you only have Freeland engagement activities Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week, and then we'll have a full week starting next week. Everything you're getting this week will be new materials and new learning. So I hope you're asking your teachers questions if you have them and engaging in some new learning. We will see you Thursday and Friday if you need to pick up some locker items. Mrs. Starr, our building secretary, is going to be running most of that, and then I'll be there Thursday morning for a little bit to make sure things get started well. And really, in the meantime, just have a nice long weekend with your family. Hoping for some continued beautiful weather. It was a great weekend this weekend, and I guess just have a great week. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much, Freeland.